You know this feeling, right? Evening. Windowsill. Your seedlings stand straight. Leaves open. Green and strong. Everything looks perfect. Morning comes. You walk over, coffee in hand, already thinking about the garden. Then you stop. Half of them are down. Flat on the soil, some snapped right at the base. Some just tipped over like they gave up overnight. Others look alive, but they will not stand up. Your heart drops. If this keeps happening spring after spring, stay with me today. We are going to figure out why and how to fix it for good. I have been there too. My first year gardening, I lost almost the whole tray of tomatoes. I sat there, staring at them, asking the same question over and over. Why do other people grow thick, strong seedlings while mine just fall over and die? The answer surprised me. I was not neglecting them. I was loving them too much. Too much water, too much fertilizer, too much attention. Maybe you have felt the same way. And my biggest mistake, I thought there had to be one single cause. One magic fix. But seedlings are not that simple. Different problems can look almost identical, and each one needs a different solution. You would not take medicine for your knee when your back hurts. Same thing here. So today you and I are going to play doctor. No special tools, no expensive gadgets, just your eyes, your hands, and a little patience. I will walk you through the 5 real reasons seedlings fall over. Not textbook reasons. Real reasons I have seen with my own plants. Once you learn to spot the difference, you stop guessing. You stop throwing random fixes at the problem. And you stop losing plants. Let us start with the one that moves the fastest. The one that can wipe out a tray overnight. It is called damping off. And it is not just a weak plant. It is an infection. A fungus that attacks the stem right at the soil line. It works fast, especially when conditions are perfect. Wet soil, cool air, no airflow. You watered yesterday, maybe a little too much. You closed the window because the evening got chilly. The top of the soil stayed damp overnight. That is all it needs. You go to bed with perfect seedlings and wake up to a massacre. How do you know it is damping off? Get close. Look at the base of the stem, right where it meets the soil. If it is dark, thin, pinched, like someone tied a tiny string around it, that is the signature. The plant does not wilt slowly, it just falls. And here is where almost every gardener makes the same mistake. We see a seedling on the ground and reach for the watering can. We think she needs water. I have to save it. But the extra water does not save it, it just spreads the fungus faster. So here's what actually works. Remove the sick plants immediately. Pull them out, soil and all. Do not try to nurse them back. They will not recover, and they can infect the rest. Then stop watering, completely. 2 days. 3 if you can. Let the topsoil dry out until it almost turns to dust. Bring the temperature up a little, at least 72 degrees, and give them air. Seedlings do not like cold drafts blowing directly on them, but they love moving air. A small fan nearby on low, or just space the pots out so they are not touching. And here is an old trick that works every time. Sprinkle a thin layer of dry sand or dry soil on top of the potting mix. It acts like a barrier. It pulls moisture away from the surface and creates a dry layer the fungus cannot cross. Now, the second reason looks completely different, but it is just as frustrating. This one is not a disease at all. It is bad engineering. Your seedlings stretched out, and now they cannot hold themselves up. The stems are long and thin, pale green, bending over like they are tired. The leaves look fine, the color is good, but the plant keeps tipping over no matter what you do. This is not an infection. This is a lighting and temperature problem. 3 things cause it. First, not enough light. That windowsill feels bright to us, but in late winter and early spring, it is a lie. The days are short, the sun is weak, and your seedlings are starving for light. They reach up, searching, and they stretch. Second, too much heat. If your house is warm at 78 degrees, the plant thinks summer has arrived. Time to grow. Up, up, up. It races toward the sky and forgets to build a strong trunk. Third, overcrowding. When you sow seeds too close together, they compete. They elbow each other for every bit of light, and they stretch even more. The fix is straightforward. You do not need to rip everything out and start over. First, add a lamp. Not some expensive purple grow light with a fancy name. A regular LED shop light, cool spectrum, works perfectly. Hang it low, about 6 inches above the tops. Leave it on 12 hours a day, better yet 14. You will see a difference in 3 days. Second, lower the temperature, just a few degrees. 68 during the day, 60 to 62 at night. It tells the plant to slow down and put energy into the stem, not upward growth. Third, if you are growing tomatoes, peppers, or cucumbers, you can cheat a little. Add more soil around the stem. Bury it right up to the first set of leaves. Those little hairs on the stem will turn into roots, and your plant will stand up like a different creature. And one more thing that costs nothing. Put a white sheet of paper or a piece of aluminum foil behind your pots. Light bounces back onto the plants. Now they are getting light from the sides, not just from above. It is not complicated, but it works every time. The third reason is probably the most common and also the most painful because it comes from a good place. Overwatering. Water is life, but roots need air too. If the soil stays wet all the time, if it turns into a swamp, the oxygen disappears. The roots cannot breathe. They suffocate. The plant loses strength, the stem softens, and the seedling collapses. How do you know if this is your problem? The stem is green. No dark spots, no pinch marks, but the leaves are limp, kind of sad looking, and the plant just seems tired. Stick your finger into the soil about an inch down. If it is wet and dirt sticks to your skin, that is your answer. You are drowning them. The fix is uncomfortable at first because it requires you to do nothing. Stop watering. Wait. Do not touch the can. Let the soil dry until the leaves just barely start to droop. That little bit of droop is the signal. Then water deeply. Soak the whole pot until water runs out the bottom. Not just the top inch, the whole root ball. Then wait again. And while you are waiting, check your drainage. Every pot needs holes at the bottom. If there are none, make some. A hot nail, an awl, a drill. 3 or 4 holes. Excess water has to escape, or your plants will never breathe. The fourth reason is the invisible one. The one almost nobody thinks about. Temperature swings. Your seedlings live on a windowsill. During the day, the sun hits the glass, the room warms up, everything is active. The plants drink, they grow, they transpire. Life is good. But night comes. The glass turns cold. Cold air sinks. Those little pots are sitting on a cold surface, and the soil temperature drops. The roots slow down. They almost stop working. Meanwhile, the leaves are still warm and they keep losing moisture. The plant cannot replace the water fast enough because the roots are not delivering, so it wilts. It falls over. Not because the soil is dry, but because the roots cannot deliver the water that is already there. The solution is so simple it almost feels like cheating. Insulate the pots. Foam board, cardboard, folded newspaper, anything that lifts the trays off that cold windowsill. Put a cushion under them. Pull them away from the glass, even an inch helps. Roll up a dish towel or a newspaper and place it between the pots and the window. And when you open the window to air out the room, move the seedlings to a different spot or cover them with a plastic dome. Cold drafts hit them hard, and they do not recover fast. The fifth reason is the one nobody checks because you cannot see it from the top. Weak roots, sometimes the top of the plant looks fantastic. Thick stem, healthy leaves, dark green. You think you have done everything right, but underground there is almost nothing. 2 or 3 thin white threads. No structure, no anchor. The plant falls over because it has nothing holding it in place. Why does this happen? 3 reasons. First, poor soil. Some of those cheap peat mixes are completely empty. No structure, no air pockets, nothing for the roots to hold onto. It is like cotton candy. Second, too much fertilizer. I know we love our supplements. A little fish emulsion here, a little seaweed there. But overfed plants get lazy. They put all their energy into leaves and stems and forget to build roots. Third, A pot that is too big, too soon. It sounds like a good idea to give them room to grow, but a large pot stays wet for days. The roots never have to search for water. They just sit there, shallow and weak. The fix sounds backwards, but it works. Let the soil dry slightly between waterings. Just enough to make the roots work a little. That little bit of stress tells them to branch out, to dig deeper, to build a real root system. Add perlite, vermiculite, or coarse sand to your soil mix. Roots need air pockets to grow through. And stop fertilizing for the first 2 or 3 weeks. Let the plant work for its food. A little hunger is good for roots. Now, here is your 30-second diagnosis. Walk up to your tray. Stem dark and thin at the base. Damping off. Dry soil. Warmth. Airflow. Stem long and pale, bending over. Not enough light. Add a lamp. Cool it down. Soil wet, leaves limp. Stem soft. Overwatering. Let it dry. Check your drainage holes. Pot cold, windowsill cold. Insulate the bottom. Lift it off that cold surface. Top looks strong, but the plant still falls over. Weak roots. Dry cycle. Add perlite. Hold the fertilizer. Here is what I want you to take away from all of this. Seedlings do not fall over for no reason. There is always a cause. Always. And once you learn to see it, you stop reacting. You stop guessing. You stop throwing water and fertilizer at every problem. You start fixing the right thing. That is when everything changes. So next time you walk past your indoor garden, do not grab the watering can automatically. Just stop for a second. Look at the stems. Touch the soil. Feel the temperature of the pot. Your plants are telling you what they need. You just have to learn to listen. If this video helped you today, hit the like button below. It really helps more people find it, and it tells me this kind of content is useful to you. If you have not subscribed yet, now is a good time. I put out new videos every week, and I do not want you to miss them. One more thing. Share this with a friend who starts seeds every spring. Maybe they are struggling with the same problems. Maybe they are losing plants and do not know why. Let us help each other grow. That is what this community is all about. See you in the next one. Keep your windowsills green.